That's good.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. Up on the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol, then hit the metro at full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is policy, Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note, you smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented, we on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas, the cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, so here's what's on tap. But God, I'm talking five, and report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with your mandem, it's a brand in front of the camera, there's a picture. Catch the snap back, the fitted cat, so we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Anobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real Talk.
Salute, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. Once again, everybody, it's the pregame show. Divine Shot Powers, Knicks at the Freisel Forum, man, to get some Milwaukee Bucks out there in Wisconsin, man. So we're gonna talk about all that good stuff and all and everything, man. But first and foremost, salute to the chat, salute to the family. But let me bring the other part of this engine that keep the motor constantly running up here on Knicks Real Talk. My brother, Shot Powers, what's going on, my man?
Divine, my brother, salute to you as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Brian Acosta, thank you so much. I had to say it out of my mouth again. Thank you so much. Let's talk about this game. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks in Milwaukee, man. Out there in Milwaukee, try to get a W, man. Excited, you know, feeling good about it because everything happened for a reason, and you know, and what one of the most things I want to say I'm happy about, man, and for me, ladies and gentlemen, is just that our guys just keep doing what they're doing all season long. Just been representing for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Our New York Knicks has really been doing it for us this year. Little peaks and valleys here and there, but I think for the foremost, they gave us what we needed this year from an entertainment perspective, and our guys showed and proved. So I'm just gonna congrats to these dudes, man. Real talk. You know, Knicks clinched the playoff spot, ladies and gentlemen. 4 out of 5 years, Shot Powers. Salute from the top down, man. Jim Dolan, Leon Rose, Worldwide, Rojas, everybody, man. Everybody, Tom Thibodeau, the players, 4 out of the last 5 years, Knicks in the playoffs. Locked in now, and obviously certain for going for a higher form, Shot Powers, but congrats to all of them dudes and the coach, man. Gave us some good Knicks basketball this year with a little bit of peaks and valleys, but for the most part, it's been on a winning mentality side. So you got to be full about that thing, man.
Yeah, I salute to everybody on this page, man. Salute to everybody on this page making the Knicks relevant this year.
Facts.
And I mean, that's making them relevant. You know what I mean? Another year that, you know, even with the ups and downs, all the turmoil that we went through, and I mean, you know, we here. You know what I mean? And we are in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Another year that we're in the playoffs, and another year that we get to fight to see where we can place ourselves and how much farther we can get. So I'm happy about what's going on right now, and I just can't wait. I wish we had all these guys right here at the beginning of the year healthy, except for DeLon. We probably wouldn't have had DeLon. We wouldn't have had PJ, and who else on that page? We wouldn't have Poche. I always mess his name. I mess his name. Him and the other dude right in the middle, right behind Tibbs. I always mess his name up too. We wouldn't have had those two dudes. But aside from that, those 9 players right there, I wish we had all 9 of those players at the start of the year.
Yeah. They had a good season so far, man. Like I said, through all the peaks and valleys, that you go through in a rigorous season, in a long season, man. You know, for these guys to go through the peaks and valleys they went to, losing their captain, losing Mitchell Robinson, losing you know, some of their players for some period of time, they were able to maintain. That's why I feel good about this team in the playoffs. To me, they built for the playoffs because all season long they was able to, with the expectations too on their shoulders, they was able to rock the weather any little storm that came about. And I think they did a good job of that. I think Tim did a good job of, despite all the outside noise, he kept the team where they need to be. You know what I mean? And like I said, playing in New York City, playing in the Metropolitan, playing in one of the biggest media markets in the world, you know, you get everything thrown at you except for the kitchen sink. You know, and but I think for the most part they did pretty good, man. So salute to them, man. Salute to the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. We got another year of New York Knicks playoff basketball, and that's happening by Atlanta Hawks losing last night, ladies and gentlemen. So by Atlanta Hawks losing last night, there's no way mathematically that we can fall below them, and they in 7. So you know we got that 6 clinched. We can't fall below the 6 no matter what happens. But other than that, man, we know. So it leads into the game tonight. I'm happy about the game tonight. It's gonna be a good game. Milwaukee Bucks, ladies and gentlemen. You know, out there. And Milwaukee should be a good game and everything like that. So I'm looking forward to that one. Shot Powers, us coming off a loss the other night. We want to try to get back into a little winning attitude. It's going to be a tough game. Despite no Dame Lillard, now they still got some good guards back there, and Porter and my man Trent Jr. Jr. So they got some players later. They still got Giannis Antetokounmpo down there. So Kyle Kuzma and all them guys down there. So you can't take for granted. That's why they 6 where they at for a reason. But tonight I want to see us go down there, minus a couple of our key players, and try to get a victory tonight.
Yeah, let's have a Cinderella night. Let's go out here and win with you know, with Delon Wright and Tyler Kolek playing tonight. You know what I mean? Probably heavy minutes. You know what I mean? Probably heavy minutes. So I'm baffled. I got a different way. I think they're going to start the lineup tonight, you know, and let's see what happens. But no matter what, these 2 guys that I just mentioned are going to play a significant amount of minutes tonight on the court. We haven't seen much from Wright, but we know what he can bring to the team. Up front defender, point of attack defender. Not the greatest 3-point shooter, but can defend and draw fouls and do things that can disrupt the team. Mm-hmm. And Kolek, we're looking for a stellar game from him. And a stellar game for him as being a rookie is 10 points and 9 rebounds with 4 assists. I mean, 10 points with 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. That's a stellar game for him. I mean, that's what I'm looking for him for a stellar game. So, you know, let's see if we can get those numbers out of those 2 guys, man. You know what I mean? We tonight is a big game, and we need to get some wins back under our belt. You know what I mean? And good day of rest, and let's get back at it and get this win tonight.
Yeah, real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, it's game day, man. You already know what it is. Let me, you know, I can't. First and foremost, salute to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm so hyped about the playoffs, and I'm so hyped about, you know, the game tonight. I forgot to shout out to people in the family. Prizzy, you already know
This guy right here.
PTB, Prezi the boss. You already know what's good. My man On Dias, my man Nick Fan. Let's go. What's good? Chris Rowe, you already know. Queen Darlene, man, what's good? John Donald, Mr. Tito's, what's good? Brian Acosta, thank you for the super chat, man. Darren, what's good? Salute to all the members, man. Salute to all the people who come in and watch the show on a regular. We appreciate y'all, real talk. And for sure. But yeah, Shot Powers, it's game day, ladies and gentlemen, 8 o'clock. Knicks out there in Milwaukee. Let's go get it, man. We need to get this win. We lost one the other night against the Clippers, a tough one. Just didn't have no legs in that game, but you know, we want to see him go out there tonight and really get it popping. So let's hope they go out there and these guys, like you said, could pick up for campaign and Deuce McBride, and give us enough to help the other guys on the team tonight try to prevail themselves to a victory. I think they go out there and play a good game. We definitely got a good shot. We had a number pretty much this year, the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's without Mitchell Robinson and all them. So maybe you know, this could be a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? Tyler Kolek keeps getting some burn, to keep getting some game play. And that's only gonna make him better. Every game, Tyler Kolek, despite what you might have seen in the last game, but every game he plays, he's gonna get better because he's gonna get comfortable. So I think he's gonna be fine. I'm looking for like Dylan Wright, who's the NBA veteran who's been around, journeyman. But he's in the NBA for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, because he got a skill that kept him in the NBA for all these years. And that's the man can play some defense. He can get a bucket. Not a great 3-point shooter, but he can knock him down. But we need this defense tonight to give us that campaign type of pressure, that do some pressure that we missing so much right now. But I think we got enough though, man. I'm like Tibbs for real. We got more than enough. You know what I mean? I agree with that. We got a talented team down here, man, and they are what they are for a reason. So let's hope tonight they can get a popping tonight for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and that's to be noted. But like you said, Divine, and like Tibbs says, we have enough. And I'll wait till the end of the show, but I just believe that there's going to be a mix-up in the lineup tonight, which I hope to see anyway. This is what I'm hoping to see. So, as knowing Tom Thibodeau in that circle of trust, Wright and Kolek, Wright's not really in there, and Kolek is, had a couple of good, assist games, playing on the court, making the team flow and the fluidity and all that stuff. But I just think it might be a new starting lineup tonight. You know what I mean? At least that's what I'm hoping for. So, but can't take this team for granted. You know what I mean? They have this team is not too far gone from being the championship team with some of the players that they had on that team and stuff. So, we have to, gain on their losses. You know what I mean? They're going to try to gain on our losses of not having Brunson tonight, not having Payne tonight, not having Deuce tonight. So we have to deal off of their losses. We have to attack their weak spots where they don't have Dame Dollar down there tonight, where they don't have Crazy Eye, whatchamacallit, for being suspended. Bobby Portis down there tonight. You know what I mean? So we have to take advantage of that. And the way I'm going to just say it, man. I think the lineup I think tonight will be a perfect night for Mitchell Robinson to start. I think tonight will be a perfect way for Mitchell Robinson to start and for Josh Hart to be the point guard tonight. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Cat, and Mitch. I think that may be the starting lineup, and run short units for the guys that's on the bench, like the Wrights and the Koleks. 3-4 minutes here, so Josh Hart can get out and get a breath and come back in. Mikal can get a breather and come back in. Cat can get a breather with Precious coming in and keep Mitch out there. Then Mitch will go in and Cat will go in and Precious stay out there a little longer till Mitch get back in the lineup. So I think that's how I hope that tonight will be the night that we could see a big man lineup like that tonight. And circle of trust means a lot to Tom Thibodeau, and that's the only I've been thinking about that all day, man. That I think with all these guys down, I think tonight might be the night that they may start Josh Hart at the point.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to that. I'm giddy about that, man. Because it's positionless basketball, first of all. You know what I mean? And the guy that's in that starting unit, because of the way we play basketball, I think we'd be fine with Josh Hart there, because Josh Hart literally, Mikal can hold a rock every now and then, Anunoby they all can put the ball on the floor, and they all got they're not selfish. Like Cat literally plays like a point guard up at the top sometime. You know what I mean? So even though you might not have, how would I say, Josh Hart got help, and I would love to see him and Cat in the pick and roll and all that, or pick and pop or whatever. You know what I mean? Put Cat and my man in the pick and pop, and go from there. And I think you do that, knowing that Anunoby and Mikal is on each side, whatever. That I think you're good to go. I think you got it. You know what I mean? So I'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. But I hope Mitch start, man. I think it'll be a good time song, like you said. Brook Lopez, Giannis. And that's playoff center forward. Then our playoff center forward should be Mitchell Robinson and Cat. You know what I mean? I would love to see that tonight, man. At least that up there, regardless of who the point guard is. But I would love to see that though. And I think Josh Hart, like you said, would be that point guard. So we'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. About another you know, 45 minutes, an hour. They're about to go down there and get a pop. And Knicks, I would love to see the Knicks get a win, just to get back off that loss we had the other night. Like I said, Knicks is a good team. Knicks are always a good team, but they much better team off a day's rest. You know, and they're a much better team off a day's rest, and hopefully that comes to play tonight, and they get a pop tonight. So we see how it goes, man. But listen, man, salute to everybody else who's coming in. D. Ross was good. Doug Fresh, everybody, Darren Prizzy. Salute to all you guys, man. Real talk, ladies and gents, for coming in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe for your brother. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Divine Shot Power. We got the pregame show on Knicks Real Talk. Obviously, you know, we got the recap on Knicks Real Talk the day after. So tell everybody where we at, man. Tell them to come hit us up. You know, subscribe to the channel and come and listen to some real good Knicks talk, man. You know how we get down in here, man. So, you know, but other than that, man, everybody hit that like, subscribe for your boys, man. Real talk. But Shot Power, just another game on the doctrine, my man.
Facts.
Another game on the doctrine. 10 more to go, 9 more to go. Season came and gone, man. So we got to get ready for the playoffs. So hopefully tonight it'll be a way that we just pick another winning streak going into the playoffs or get a couple of wins under our belt. And because we still got things that we want to accomplish, you know what I mean? And we want to at least get to 50 wins. You know, I think anybody at 50 cents is almost damn near contender to me. You know what I mean? And you know, my personal view. So niggas get to 50, and I know they contenders. You know that. And let's see how it goes, man. Tonight will be a good win for it. I like the matchups. I like, we get into that in a second. I like the matchup, Shot Power. And like I said, this starting five right here, our main 3 guys can get down on any team. I think was interesting to me. Our starting 5 could start on any team in the NBA. Any one of them players could start on any team in the NBA. I say that respectfully and not humorously, but just who they
it's a fact, Divine. It's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Key can't see Cat coming from being a starter. OG coming being a starter. Mikal coming from being a starter. Brunson is a starter.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You can even throw in, if you don't want to be Josh Hart as being a starter, he's definitely the first man you're pulling off your bench, 6th man of the year. If we would have been healthy, Josh Hart would have had 6th man of the year, no question. No question. With his accolades at the small forward position, no question. I think he would have been in the running for player of the year. I mean, 6-man awards nomination for that. But you know what I mean? It just happens to be what it is, man. You are right about that, man. Every one of our starting players could be on any team in the NBA as a starter.
As a starter, absolutely, yeah. And that's what makes this team so dangerous to me. I mean, we right there with all them other ones, so you know that's a good thing. Listen, let's get into the stats, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna break down the lineups and everything tonight. Who's in the building? Who's playing? All that good stuff. It's Divine Shot Power. Knicks Real Talk, the chat. Thank y'all for streaming where you're streaming in from. Appreciate y'all, man, for coming in, man. Let's look at these stats right quick and see how these guys getting down out here. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, team stats for the year, regular season stats, ladies and gentlemen, Knicks and Bucks. New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, 45-27. The Bucks are 40-37. The Knicks are 3rd in the standings in the East. The Bucks are 6th in the standings in the East. We are 25-15 on the road. And that was better than that until Jalen Brunson went down. So that could have easily been 25-10. You know what I mean? So good job with the Knicks for staying over 500 on the road this year, because that pays dividends in the playoff when you got to go take somebody's home court away, or you got to find a way to win a game on the road in the playoff. We are very road tested, and that's good. And hopefully we healthy when we get into the playoffs. That's something we can rest our hat on, that we played good in other people's arena. You know, we don't get shook going in nobody's arena. We just go in there and try to do what we do and get out of there. So, yeah, I think that's a big thing for me. Yeah, real talk. And then they 23-12 at home. Like I said, you can't sleep on that team. They got championship caliber players. They got guys who've been there, done that. They got a coach who's been there, done that. So, you know, you can't take it for granted. They still the Milwaukee Bucks. They still 6th in the standings. They got a team that was just right there in 4th. If we want, you know, get ready to move to 4th, we want for a couple of injuries here or there. But you know what? That's their problem, not ours. You know we doing, but we 5th in the in net rating offense. They 15th. You know, we 13th in defense. I love we still right there despite that game the other night. They 10th in defense, and that's what they rest their hat on. You know, their defense as well. And we 7th in net rating and 11th in net ratings. So this is going to be a very tight game from a stat perspective. But a good thing I know that, you know, with the injuries that's on both teams, obviously missing their guy Damian Lillard. That's a big blow to them. But, you know, we miss our big guy too, Jalen Brunson, and some, you know, so everybody injured, and you got to play who in front of you, Shot Power, and looking for our guy to go out there and get some guys with them stats, and they can bring it all on the floor tonight after having that day's rest, man. They get it popping tonight.
I'm at all that we still at 13th in defense. And I mean, we're over 500 in defense. When we started the year, we were 26, something like that, and now we're 13th. And I mean, we moved up almost 12, 13 positions. And the last couple of games we've been here. Not too long ago, we were just, 18th, I think, 9th, 17th, 18th. We were dropped down. And now we're steadfast at 13. I mean, so, and it could get even better in these next 10 games, man. It is so unfortunate that we have players out right now going down this stretch, because some of these games, I really want to get to 50. I really want to lock that third spot up. You know what I mean? It's gonna. We may have to play a little longer to lock the position down now because of the injuries. But overall, man, I'm happy with what we're doing right now, and I think tonight is going to be a big night that the guys step up and play great basketball, man. So I'm not knocking the team. I'm not knocking what Tom Thibodeau is going to do, because I'm hoping that Tom Thibodeau decides to throw a monkey wrench into everybody's game plan. Everybody said Tom Thibodeau won't change nothing. I would like to see Tom Thibodeau implement Mitchell Robinson as the starting center tonight, move Cat over to the power forward, and implement Josh Hart as the the point guard tonight, next to Bridges and OG at the small forward position. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Listen, man, despite all the peaks and valleys, it's a good team. Like I said, they got 2 top 5 players at the bookends of their offense. You can't go wrong with that. Top 5 point guard, top 5 center. You can't go wrong with that, man. Like I said, in the long season, like I said, other than OKC, Cleveland, and Boston, I'm not worried about nobody else. We don't beat everybody else. Listen, we beat the top 4 or 5 teams in the Eastern Conference in 1 week. This team have beat some teams that's up there right now as 2 and 3 in the West and all that we done beat them. There's nothing else to prove to me. The New York Knicks is 48-28. Yeah, we lost some games that's tight, but you got to remember what was there, what was not there, who wasn't playing that night, who wasn't playing that night. Because sometimes the night Cat might play, we missed Cat's numbers that night against a certain team we might have played against that night. But for the most part, you 18 games over 500. Don't get no better than that. And they locked in right now in the playoffs. They're in the 3rd seed, and hopefully they get healthy, Shop House. And so I'm really looking forward to them tonight getting out there, just sharpen their iron a little bit. Just get them guys who's taking these other guys' places involved in the game early. Get Tyler Colgan them involved so they can make sure they get comfortable, and go out there and see if y'all can pull off one tonight. I'd be a good road team. I think we can go down. I know we can go down there, regardless of who down there. We got enough firepower to deal with these dudes. I think tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you might see the starters play 38, 39 minutes tonight. And this might have to be that night. Then we might have to lean on us. See, that's why I don't have a problem when Tiz play these guys sometimes, so they'll be used to it. We might have to rely on our starters tonight to go heavy minutes tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because we are decimated. Brunson, Campaign, and Deuce. That's a decimation. You know what I mean? And so if you're gonna have to run our starting lineup, you're gonna have to run our starting lineup in the high numbers tonight. I don't have a problem with that. They was off. They didn't play yesterday, so there ain't no excuse if they don't go out there and play hard, because they won't be tired. They had a day off. But I think they go out there tonight and do whatever, man. But I do think you're gonna see a lot of minutes from these guys tonight, Shot Powers. Because I just think that's just the way the ball rolling with all these injuries. But let's see how they do it tonight, man. Here go the drip for the night, ladies and gentlemen. We in a white drip tonight for the game, ladies and gentlemen. They are in a black goldish drip. Excuse me, my bad. Josh Hart tonight, Tyler Kolek, projected starting lineup, Mikal Bridges, Anunoby, and Carl Town. For them guys, they rolling Ryan Hollins, good defender, Janasis, Tarion Prince, Kyle Kuzma, and Brook Lopez. Let's get it. Let's get it. I like our squad against them. I think we got 3 guys. We got 1 guy who watched this guy out, who's Cat, and I do think Kyle Kuzma, obviously, yeah, we do. I think our starting lineup is definitely got this starting lineup It's all depends what happened with the bench tonight. But I do like our lineup, Shot Powers, compared to their lineup for than the starting unit. I think we got enough firepower with Big Cat, the way Anunoby's playing right now, and what Mikal could do to offset what they got up there, especially if you say they start Mitch tonight. You know what I mean? That I think that might be a good look right there. Obviously Jalen Brunson's out, ladies and gentlemen. Haka Purdy's out, Malvin Bride is out, and Campaign is out. Three of our rotational, that's crazy, Shot Power. 3 of our rotational guards is out. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. 3 of our rotational guards is out. 3 guys. And that, you know, and that's a combined damn near 40 points there, with McBride averaging 9, 10 this season, Brunson 26, that's 36, Campaign giving you about whatever. So that's over 40 points you're missing, assists and defense and so on and so on. So it's pretty tough to be able to miss them guys, man. But let's see how it goes. We should be able to get it popping tonight. For them tonight, game time decision, Antetokounmpo, Lillard is out, Portis is out, Jericho Simmons is out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's on tap, man. That's what itinerary for the night. Starter lineups, injury reports, key matchups, and everything. Let's hope our guys can go out here and get a popping tonight, Shot Powers, and will us to a victory. Salute to the chat. On Diaz, Ron, what's good? Still, Knicks fan is in the building, ladies. You already know stuff. Don't need no introduction or nothing. Ron is in the building. Ron, we appreciate you coming in, my man. Real talk. Dave Smith, salute to everybody, man. Salute to the chat. We here, Knicks Real Talk. Please hit that button for your brothers, man. Don't cost you nothing. Tell a friend, tell a friend. We in here. It's the pregame show. Knicks in Milwaukee at the Feist Arena, at the Feist Forum in Milwaukee. Shot Power, let's go get it, man. We need to win it. Coming up a lot. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, man. We need to win. All everybody step up games. And I no matter how they run the lineup out there, I think you will see better production from the team tonight. We've been having awesome source from OG, man. He has just been phenomenal this year. You know what I mean? A scoring juggernaut. And if he doesn't make the first team defensive team this year, I'm going to be so upset at that. He has, in my eyes, as being a Knicks fan, you can call it a homer or what. He has qualified to me as being the number 1 defensive guy in the league on our team. Number 1 team, you know what I mean, in the league. So, Mikal, I think all the guys are going to step up. Mikal's been having pretty decent games recently, you know what I mean, stepping up his game. We need a solid game from Josh Hart tonight. We need another big game from Cat. You know what I mean? Whatever Giannis get, we need Cat to get those numbers tonight. You know what I mean? Wash those scores out. And we need some production from our bench. If they're going to go with, I hope that Tyler tonight doesn't. He looked at a little scary, I guess you want to say, or reluctant. He looked a little bit more reluctant to take the shot. I hope tonight he sets up and he shoots his shot. He does have a pretty decent jump shot. So I hope that he can implement some scoring tonight. You know what I mean? 8, 10, 6, 8, 10 points would be great for him tonight. You know what I mean? Boost his ego up and make the team strive to win the game tonight. We're going to need big time scoring and some great assist passes to get these guys easy shots in the paint. We've been killing it in the field goal percentage. You know what I mean? We've been killing it this year. So we don't necessarily have to kill from 3-point land tonight, but when you open, shoot the shot. Let's tear them up from down low. Let's continue to do the mid-range game of speed, mid-range game assassins. I think we're about 54%, somewhere around upper 50s and field goal percentage this year. I think the team is almost 40, 50, and 90. Well, they're not 90 anymore from free throws. They're dropped down to 80. I think it's 80% now. So, but overall, let's get out there and play some good basketball, man. That's all I'm waiting to see tonight.
Yeah. Like I said, if Tyler Coley's starting tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you might see a 15 assist game.
Let's get it.
This ain't Tyler Coley throwing a Achua. This ain't Tyler Coley throwing to this Tyler Coley throwing a Cat. Tyler Coley throwing to Mikal. Tyler Coley throwing the Anunoby. Tyler Coley messing around and dropped in at 18, 19 assists with that starting lineup. I mean, literally, because it ain't like he throwing that ball to them guys in the second unit who's kind of the worst in the league this year in certain offense categories. He throwing it to he's in the game with one of the best offense in the league, top 5 without Brunson right now. And I can imagine his assist game tonight could be really crazy, man. Because I think he has set them guys up in their spots. And I think he's been studying behind Brunson all year. Shot Powers, he had a whole year just to sit back and under the Brunson tutelage by learning from the bench. You know what I mean? Learning how to see the game in the NBA. And now that he see the game, that's why Tiz threw him in there under an emergency situation, because he's been studying the game all year. He know how the Knicks plays is. You know what I mean? And I think he good to go, man. You know, you got to pay your dues, and I think he paid his dues. I really believe he paid his dues, man. And now he getting a chance because of injuries to go out there and help. I think last game, because all of them legs were shot. Even, you know, like it's a back-to-back, you know what I mean? And what can you do in this time of the season? I do think everybody's legs was kind of sore at a certain time. So he was like Prezi said, timid a little bit. And at the same time, all of them legs were standing shot, you know, especially him having played all season long, and you get thrown in the thrust of a playoff run, a playoff chase, and everything like that. But salute to him, man. He good. He four-year point guard in college. He got the basics down. But I think he had a good game tonight, Shot. And I think Delon Wright, I think, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, the man been around the league. He's a journeyman. He know how to play defense. His defense, I think his defense, on-ball defense, I think last year was either second in the NBA or was the year before. One of them, I can't recall. Pardon me for that. But he was second in the NBA in defense rating at the two-guard spot, defending people. So I think that's a Tom Thibodeau type of player, and that's maybe why he's still here for situations like this. I think at least he can give us campaign defense and better. So I think that helps out. We just got to rely on our big dogs tonight, ladies and gentlemen. New York Stars are going to play for maybe 40 minutes tonight. You know, they might have to play 38 minutes, 37, like we decimated. You know what I mean? And they might have to go to long haul tonight just to get us a victory. But I'm good with that because they had a day off, and I believe they built for this. They played them heavy minutes all season long. The New York Knicks played on heavy minutes all season long to prepare yourself for situations like this here. So when you do got to go to a minute, your starters already used to it. They're used to it. So it ain't nothing new tonight to them guys, man. So let's hope that if they have to play long minutes, let's see if they can go out there and be effective, Shop, how to get us a W. So it's going to be a fun game. It ain't going to be an easy one. You still got Antetokounmpo there, man. NBA MVP, NBA champion. You know, they got guys there who can get it done. So no Lillard tonight, but, you know, hey, no Brunson over here. So it don't matter who it out there. You play who in front of you. We got to win the game tonight. We need it for sure.
Yeah, and you know, let's see. I would love to see him get out there, because with the guys moving around and playing with them these last couple of games will really open up the court. You know what I mean? And the one thing that he needs to become, I'm not saying it's going to be just become overnight, but tonight game he has to be a shooting threat. He has to put the ball up to open up the court more, so he can assist the basketball too. He has to make a couple of 3-point shots or a couple of shots to make the players have to play defense on him. So now everybody's playing one-on-one instead of his man slacking off a little bit to double team on OG or double team on Mikal going to the hole and stuff like that. So that's one of the big things that I hope that he does tonight. That's why I thought last game he would have did it, but he was a little, like Prezi said, I also said he was a little timid, he was a little timid about shooting the ball. I don't think that'll be the case tonight. So I'm hoping for him to get out there and have a great performance tonight, man. A ball out game for him would be 10 points, 7-8 good assists, 3 or 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. That would be a ball out game for him. Fill up the stat sheet and make the team look good while you do it.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Always salute to the cats I haven't got to say salute to. Salute to everybody, man, in the building, man. D. Ross was good, my man. E. Gibb, Metnick fan. Obviously, we got Mr. Ron in the building, the CEO himself. Doug Fresh, everybody, Dan, you name it, you claim it, man. So AP, my man, what's good? Priz, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in, man. Make sure I hit that button for your brother. And my man, Noro Reek, and I got to shout you out, Reek. What's good, my man? 180 in the building. Noro what's good?
New York.
Yeah, Jay Chosen, the chosen one. He in the building, everybody, man. Let's get it, man. It's Knicks and Milwaukee Bucks out here in Milwaukee tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, like we said, let's give it one more time. Like I said, I can't say enough about that, man. But I feel giddy when I got to do something. Congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen. We do it twice. So nice we do it twice. To New York Knicks clinching the playoff position last night with the Atlanta Hawks loss. And like I said earlier, like Shaw Powell said, we mentioned, man, from the organization down, from the top down. The New York Knicks front office, since they have took over this thing, gave it 4 playoff runs in 5 years. 4 playoff runs in 5 years. Two Eastern Conference round. Got to the Eastern Conference 2 times. And the way you build a building block, you go from 1 to 2 to 3, and that's why I was hoping Shot Power this year. We got to the first round in 2020, 21, then 22 and 23. We got to the second round, then we got to the second round again. So we kept it's different levels. And we kept moving up a level because of certain things didn't go the way it went, whether injuries or whatever. We didn't make it past that, but I like our chances this year with this team that we see on the screen right here. I think we got a bona fide starting 5 in the NBA. Hands down, they bona fide. The 5 you see in front of us is bona fide, ladies and gentlemen. And if they numbers don't lie, their skill set don't lie, I'm happy with that. Listen, Mitchell Robinson campaign, Deuce McBride, Precious Stewart, Shemmer, I got to make it happen. That's all. I think you can roll that team out there and fight against anybody in the East. So I think they put together a good machine here, man. I'm happy to be a Knicks fan myself personally, for what these guys have been doing and the grind they've been going through, and salute to Tom Thibodeau as well. Like him or not, I'm gonna give my man the flower because he, like I said, prior to Tom Thibodeau, we wasn't in the playoff for 9 years. This man came here in 5 years and took it to 4. That means that he doing his job. Salute to you, my man. I know everybody might not like the culture style. They can't deny your winning though. You know what I mean? And I think he did a good job. So salute to them. They clinched the playoff Shot Powers. And let's get ready to roll to the playoff and try to make it happen.
The stupid stat of the night. Leon Rose traded Jericho Sims to Milwaukee. We received back right now. That was a big trade.
Facts.
I mean, that was a big trade because now we need him. Yep. You know what I mean? So that was a big trade, just to throw it out there. Nothing stupid. It was a stupid stat. You know what I mean? But making that trade, not knowing what can go down in the league, bringing over a defensive-minded point guard, we need that right now. We're going to need that tonight and maybe even Sunday's game too. You know what I mean? So that's just a stupid stat. That's something I just thought off the top of my head looking at the pictures up here.
Ain't nothing stupid about that.
You know what I mean? So let's see if he can get out here and perform tonight. Another guy that needs to step up a little bit. You want to, try to rub the circle of Tom Thibodeau. You might be able to stay here the rest of the season because your name came up for the last 3 games of the season to be cut to bring somebody from the G League. So let's see if you can keep yourself on the roster tonight and go out there and score 11 points with 4 steals and 2 block shots and some crazy numbers like that.
Yeah. Real talk, man. Listen, for believers and non-believers, I'm a believer. I've been watching basketball a long time. When I see good, I see good. If it wasn't good, I let you know they suck. But they don't suck. This is a good basketball team, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care about the peaks and valleys in the regular season. They built this thing for the long haul, and I think when they get in the playoffs, they're going to be a problem. I just believe they're going to be a problem, and until they prove me wrong, it is what it is. I don't care about this regular season peaks and valleys shit you lose to a weak team. That ain't even what it's all about. It's not even about that. You could lose a game, 5 games in a row, but when April the 17th come, that's when all this shit count to me. So listen, I think them guys you're looking at on the screen, they believe in themselves, and I know I believe in them because they damn sure believe in themselves. You got 2 top 5. You got 2 top 5 at position and players right there in front of you. I mean, you got a bundle of superstar, and you got an all NBA dude. In Cat, you got pieces around it that complement them. And y'all know when the Knicks is healthy and they got it going, you can't even mess with them. The offense been top 5 all year long. All year long. The New York Knicks offense been top 5. But it was top 3 until Brunson went down. This is the whole NBA. This ain't the Eastern Conference. Y'all got to put some respect on that record, man. They beat 3 top 5 teams in 1 week and blew them out in 1 week early in the second half of the season. Was that Houston, Memphis, and they gave them cats the business, and they gave Denver the business. And so everybody think that, y'all not looking at the wins that they say they haven't beaten no big, great teams. No, we haven't beat the 3 best teams. We haven't beat the 3 best teams, But we was giving business to everybody else, and under a lot of circumstances, we would beat the Lakers. Jalen Brunson, when they got hurt, that might have went to overtime. It's a lot of games, ladies and gentlemen. We always can say if it was a split, but the truth is that this team is a real good basketball team, and I think we got to give guys credit for what they did this year. And even under Tom Thibodeau, with a new team, new everything. 9 of these players weren't even on this team last year. 9 of them were here. 3 of them is new. And they still was able to do what they did under all them variables and them circumstances. New team, new players, new trying to build a chemistry in 1 year, and they did that shit with 40-something wins. That's hard to do unless you got a good team and a good coach. Shot Powell, and I say that for real. So salute to them guys for clinching, man. I think they well deserved. As a Knicks fan, I'm happy. 4 out of 5 years, I can't be more happy than that, man. Now we just got to go deeper now. Tom Thibodeau got to take us deeper now. He got the squad, Shot Powers. He got the players. Tom Thibodeau got the players that he need. So let's now Tom Thibodeau take us deeper. Like I said, a couple of injuries away last year, he was in the Eastern Conference Finals. That shit got to count for something, ladies and gentlemen. That man had us right there knocking on the door to the Eastern Conference Finals about 1 game without 3 rotation players last year in the playoffs. Literally. So if we would, can you imagine if them cats would have been there? That was a wrap. So that's why I said, sometimes the season goes the way you don't want it to go, Shot Power. Things happen. But damn, listen, these cats, they there, man. I so salute to them, man. Let me bring Jay Chosen in the building. He can get a pop, man. He in the building. Jay Chosen, what's good, my man? What's going on? Salute to you. Thank you for coming in, man. What's popping, my man?
Salute. To my brothers and to the chat, Knicks Nation in the world. Yo, look, man. If it was a spliff, if my aunt had a ding dong, should be my uncle. We are a great team that next man up this year felt like, last year too, but this is just about next man up.
Fact.
It's a brand new damn team. You got to look at it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. A lot of these teams we're facing, the Boston, these teams have been together for so long. A brand new team, and it seemed like a brand new dude come around like every other 2 weeks, and he still got to fit him in somewhere too.
Right, facts.
So that picture, I want to frame that picture. I don't care I don't care. All jokes aside,
that's a great.
But I don't care how far we go. That picture, your man Tommy looked like he was in the Sopranos. And they look at him. He all jokes aside, he almost looks like him. And he looked like they look gang. They look serious.
He looked like the Manhattan capo over there.
Right. Yeah. What's his face? He definitely do. And he over there, we'll give him the Manhattan capo. Let him wear a robe once in a while and act crazy. But
it do go hard, though.
That
go
hard.
Fire. Yeah, it go hard.
If I frame that shit, I really would frame
go hard right there, bro. I ain't mad at you, Jay Chosen.
Look at that front line, man. Look at that front line. Look, y'all, man. The front line is nuts. I'm looking at this pick. Let me just break down for a second. Looking at this pick, that whole back line with interchangeable parts, people who have been broken down, just picked up, people who have been hurt a couple times. Achua didn't start the season. Deuce has been hurt now. Payne, all that. And we're still where we are. I'm not gonna if nothing. However far we go, will be on grit, determination. It will be on the team's willing, not just their will, but their willing participation to want to do what they're doing and be where they are. And to have these young kids playing right now, that will is getting thirsty inside them. It's only going to get better from here. So whether it's this year or whatever it is, I think we're making them real thirsty for the future look bright. To me, that's what I see in that picture. The future looks bright. Some little people won't be here, but there's a lot of them, the younger ones, and that front line, future look bright.
Yeah, it does, man. I really believe that too, Shot Powell. I think this team, they built something like I was telling you earlier, like James Dolan said when he was on the roommate show. Like I said earlier, they put this team right here together for a 4 or 5 year run. That's what, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? And if you have to change 1 or 2 out, maybe, then you go ahead and do it. But you got a foundation there, though. Like the Knicks got a foundation right there. Them, like you said, that front line, that's their foundation. They got junks. Anything else got to go, fill in behind them dudes. And I think this is the first year with them dudes. So, like I said, I think in the off season, like me and Shaw Powell talked about, obviously Shamet won't be here, Wright won't be here, probably Campaign might not be here. But then you got guys like Precious, yeah. But then you got guys like Beauchamp, Haka Purdy, Tyler Kolek, and them who got a year under their belt. You know what I mean? They got a year under their belt. So they become a little bit more refined in their game. And they might get into Tom Thibodeau's circle of trust next year because remember, Tom Thibodeau drafted Tyler Kolek, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't Leon Rose. I mean, Leon Rose made the ultimate decision, but Tibbs wanted him. And that's good. But I guess what I say with all that is I'm glad to see that the organization works like that. Like Leon Rose believes in what Tibbs want, he go get it. And I think this is a Tom Thibodeau team, other than maybe a little bit just on the cat defense side. But I still think this is a Tom Thibodeau type of team that we got out there. And we just got to put it all together, Shot Powell. And I think if we do that, we get it popping for sure.
Yeah, that word if, because if we could have started with Mitchell Robinson and Shaman, or Mitchell Robinson and Precious this year, maybe maybe we would already been at 50 wins already. I mean, so that's how I feel about that. You know what I mean? But for tonight's game, man, let's get out there and be gritty, man. I just want to be surprised tonight. I want to see DeLon Wright get 14 points with 3 assists and 4 rebounds with 2 steals. I want to see Tyler Kolek get out there, get 10, 7, 4, and 2 also. You know what I mean? I want to see those numbers for those 2 guys. Those are 2 guys that I'm really just going to be real focused on, because I think everybody else that comes in is going to play some good defense. And like I said, I thought, my opinion, that this would have been the perfect game to start Mitchell Robinson with Josh Hart. And I mean, you put Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Cat, and Mitchell Robinson to start. But however it rolls out or whatever, however it unfolds, I'm waiting to see the smoke. You know what I mean? And and like you always talk about, Devon, the pecking order. Tyler Kolek is next on the pecking order. You know what I mean? With Brunson being down and Payne being down, you talk about the next man up, and that's Tyler Kolek, the pecking order. You know what I mean? So that's probably what's going to happen tonight, and I'm waiting for all the smoke.
Yeah. I just want to piggyback up what you said. That's the reason why I wanted Mitchell to start. Another reason, 2 shot powers, to keep Cat out of foul trouble. That's a big front line down there, ladies. They got 2 7-footers down there. You know what I mean? And they both got, like Brook Lopez can give you the business. You sleep on him. He got enough size and down in the paint to get you some buckets. And you don't want Cat committing stupid fouls against guys like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're going to put Anunoby on the freak. But I like the Mitchell Robinson thing for the reason he'd definitely keep my man at around average or below average. Brook Lopez ain't shooting that shit with Mitchell Robinson like that. You know what I mean? So I do think Cat and Giannis watch each other out, and I think it's going to be on Anunoby and Mikal. We just need our big dudes to come up tonight. I think if our big 3 come up tonight, which is them 3 right there, man, I think we got a good chance to win this thing. They just got to come up big tonight. They might get the majority of the minutes because of the injuries. Like I said, we missing 3 rotation players. No excuse though. You go play who in front of you. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Even if we have Brunson, and we still could lose tonight. I mean, that, it don't even matter. You know what I mean? Just whoever out there, go in there and get it. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks go in there to get it tonight, man. I think they go hard. Coming off a loss with a day's rest, I like our chances tonight, Jay Choder. So let's hope that these guys bring their A game tonight and just find a way to get in there and mix it up with these guys on their home court and try to get a victory, man, and get that win back.
Look, I'm 100% with you on basically everything you just said. I really think that tonight is Cat's gonna have to play a very strong game. Mm-hmm. OG gonna have to really do what he does, and I really would like to see Hart triple-double himself step up, because it's, so much has been, lately we talked about it lately, but, not till later in the season we talked about it so much, where Mikhail and OG have to do more for right? So tonight, when Kolek in there, you're going to see a lot of switching. You're going to see a lot of moving around. They're going to have to help out, a lot of help outs. Seeing how Mitch moved. Is he playing tonight?
Yeah, he's not on the back-to-back. That's only a back-to-back restriction.
Oh, yeah, we didn't back. Okay, right. So, but that last, it's a different team. Look, even though this is a playoff team, right now I think the Clippers are better than Milwaukee. I think it's different in different ways in different places. The Greek Freak is still the Greek Freak. There's no doubt about it. You can't underestimate that. And Lopez he can score. But I think that if you stop him enough, and I agree with you, wash out the numbers with the Greek. But there's gonna be a lot of moving parts, man. Watch OG, who, like I said, if he was put in today, and today was the All-Star thing, he'd be a reserve. Watch OG tonight. So, looking for a good game. Looking for the bench. Who knows who's gonna come in tonight? I think we don't give, because of all these injuries, people are down on on certain people. But Tom Thibodeau literally has to work right now with what he's got in front of him and say, damn, I haven't, he just got here. He hasn't really played. I'm not sure about his skills. I'm not. So, and Mitch, I'm going to have to be very blunt about this. Mitch has to get going. Like, he really got to get going. You can't be in 12 minutes, 0 points, 2 rebounds. He's got to move himself a little bit. Now, I don't want him to get hurt, of course, but he's got to get going. There's no excuses for anybody. He's got to get going. So, I'm looking for that. Maybe we see something big out of him. I think we know that he don't like what he saw out of himself last games, right? We all agree that the players are more invested in this than we are. So maybe we see that tonight. Maybe we see what a game out of him. I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Give us that 13-11-2. Give us that 13-11-2. But let me bring
that type of stuff. Like he's capable of that. You know what I mean? So
excuse me, hold that thought for a minute. Let me bring Corey Lee in the building. Salute Corey Lee. Queens get the money. Was good. I appreciate you in the back, my man.
I already know what it is, man. You already know what I'm gonna say. Small task for a New York Giant.
Let's get it.
But with that said, though, guards, I think we're gonna win this game. It's gonna be close. You know what I'm saying? But they missing people just like we missing people.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to go into the fight ready to put up our dukes and land them. You know what I'm saying? And we got to go in and swinging like it's the last fight we ever had. Now, with that said, though, you know what I'm saying? I expect big games out of Mitch tonight, like I just said. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Jay Chosen brought him up. I think Mitch was highly disappointed in the last game he played. But also, too, I expect a big game out of Mikhail. I think Mikhail, as well as Josh Hart, are going to be the primary, you know what I'm saying, or secondary /A/B at 2, you know what I'm saying, distributing the basketball, helping Kolek out there. I think it's going to be, I believe in Tom Thibodeau's game plan tonight. And also, too, remember last season, next man up. That's just what it is right now.
Facts.
We're in a dogfight.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? These cats are professionals. They gotta earn their way. So with that said, I'm not sweating it. I believe we're gonna win. You already know I'm not gonna put no monies out there, but I hope they make my parlay.
That's the real one.
I already did, Corey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
sir.
but with that said, listen, I got a very positive outlook on this game because they over there licking wounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
They over there licking wounds bad. We licking wounds, but we ain't bad off as they are. They fighting for their playoff. They fight for their playoff life. So we got to come in, punch them in the mouth, keep punching them in the mouth, extinguish their fire before and after the third quarter. We got to put them down before the end of the third quarter. We put them down before the end of the third quarter, all is good. Everybody gets to eat.
Yeah, real talk. Absolutely. You know, for me, man, I agree with everything you said right there. I appreciate that, Corey Lee. Salute to my man Bully too, man. 718, no doubt about it. What's popping? Y'all know what this Knicksville talk. It's the pregame show, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like, subscribe button for your brother. Run them up with a thumbs up. We are in here. Knicks is in the festive form. We get some Milwaukee Bucks. They about to go get it popping, and we about to get it. We keeping it popping up in here. This is like my key to the game today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with Jay Cholin and Corey 100%. I think Mitchell Robinson had a bounce back game. Give me that 13-11 and 2 block shot game and 2 steal game you had the other night. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like I said, I think they go out there and perform, man. That's what they do. They got the record they have for a reason. They lose a game, they bounce back pretty well. They're a resilient team all year. You know, even when they're not at their best shot powers, they always fighting though. And that's the mark of a champion when you fight. And Knicks always fight, even though it don't come out their way sometimes. But these cats is never taking the short road out. They got fight, and I believe the dog and them going to prevail tonight. I think they got enough on it. To me, if Mitchell Robinson can do what he did, that's one of my keys to the game. My other key to the game is you know, if you're gonna put Cat on Giannis or whatever, how that turned out, we need Cat just to keep getting that offense bag popping. But you know, just try not. We need you in this. We need you on the court, not off the court. So hopefully, Cat can don't get in foul trouble. He's been playing pretty well. Like with later in the season, he been doing pretty good, not fouling in foul trouble. Let me say that. That's what I'm trying to say. But we need him on the defense side of the ball tonight. But him and Mitchell Robinson, like you said, shot power wants them 2 in the game. It takes the pressure off him, but I think they get it popping. And I know we've been playing phenomenal basketball. I think we're going to need his defense on Kumbo tonight the best he can. Obviously, you're not going to stop him, but you can slow him down, make his percentages pretty bad. So I think they do that. And Tyler Kolek drop 10, 11, or 12 assists with that starting unit. If he start tonight, he might get 15 with them guys, but the way they get buckets. So he ain't doing it with the second unit. So I'm looking for them my key to the game right there. And they do that. I think they come out to win, hit the free throw, the basic stuff. We know what that is. Like Jay Choder said, hit the free throws. You know us, man. Hit 37, 38 from downtown. You know, and play defense. Defense is going to take us where we got to go. So let's hope our defense locked in. We 13th in the association right now, Shot Powers. We just got to keep, keep our defense doing what they're doing. As long as our defense do what they do tonight, I think we walk out that thing with a win tonight for sure. I'm gonna go out there real quick. I think the Knicks get this thing easy tonight. To me, this month, I think they go 117, or 109 tonight, ladies. 117, 109, ladies. I think we get this tonight for sure. Bad shot.
Control the pace, grab your rebounds, hit your free throws. All 3 of those things are very essential tonight. All 3 of those things are very essential tonight. Also, you don't have to kill the 3-point shot tonight. If you don't get up 33-point shot, just make the percentage good, over 36% tonight. And I mean, another thing that I'm looking for big games for Delon Wright and Tyler Kolek. So I'm looking for the Knicks to go over 35 assists tonight. I'm thinking Kolek's going to go for some phenomenal 12, 14, 17 assists, and Delon Wright is going to come in here and surprise us, let you know why he was sitting on the bench for this long, just waiting for a chance to show what he can do. With that being said, I also have the game. New York Knicks winning 117-107. New York Knicks 117-107. Let's get it.
And make no mistake about it, I'll pass it to Jay Choder, but their defense is ranked number 10, ladies and gentlemen, in the association. And here's another thing that's interesting. I think when Dame Lillard went down and you put in Gary Trent Jr., they defense got even
better.
Got even better. Gary Trent Jr. can guard with that 2 spot. So it'll be interesting. Get it. I think it'll be interesting.
Me too. I've always been a fan.
I like the size of McHale on him, though. I like Mikel's side on Gary Trent tonight. So I think that's gonna be an interesting matchup from Mikel deeper side of the ball. He's not playing a big dude. He's just playing a dude who can shoot the ball from deep pretty good. And he got a little bag, but I think his side might get him. Again, Jay Children, handle your business, my brother.
Yeah, look, man, I'm gonna say this again and again. You get a free chance, free throw, make them, get them. That we're finally getting, they're starting to forget about James Dolan. We're getting calls. We should be happy as hell, man. We gotta get in there. We gotta hit those free throws big time. The passes tonight, look for if they're on. This kid passes phenomenally. If he passes right, it'd be fantastic. And look for a lot of coaching because they're gonna have to do a lot of talking together. I want to see a lot of talking, a lot of movement. Greek people do what he's going to do. It's about stopping Lopez and everybody else and getting out there on the perimeter to stop Trent and whoever else is shooting. Greek is going to do what he could do, just like our cat is going to do what he could do. Stop the rest. We win by 120. What you said? Defense is 10th in the league.
10th in the league defense rating. I mean, don't even
All
wrong.
right, I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna stick by this. I'm gonna go. You both have 117, 107, 104. I'm gonna go 114, 103. New York Knicks. 114, 103. New York Knicks.
I like the defense been playing well. That's why I like your score too. Defense been playing well, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that,
defense.
And that's on the back-to-back. We just was tired. You can do about that. That shit happens this time. But for the most part, my defense been stellar since Mitchell Robinson went back. And I know we've been playing great defense. He came with the All-Star break. You know what I mean? These guys is ramping it up down there, man. We got some key injuries, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. We missing 3 capable point guards. But Corey Lee, give me your last words, my man. Holla at your boy. We're gonna get out of here, man. Get ready to watch this game. I got Knicks in Milwaukee going down in the Deer District to take some fame tonight, man, or some horns or something.
All right, one thing I want to say real quick, yo, it's a personal thing. Shout out to my son Tamir. Him and his wife went in there this morning. So I'm expecting my grandson sometime.
Congrats.
Yo, if not this evening, first thing tomorrow morning. So I'm already on 1,000 about that. But that's number 3. I got 3 boys,
there you go,
3 grandsons, and I'm blessed to have them.
Carry on,
but outside of that, let's get back to this Knick thing. Yo, man, I feel like it's going to go digital. It's going to be a nice, ugly, nasty win. I'm putting the pressure on Mikel tonight. I expect Mikel has to show up big for me. OG's been doing what OG's been doing. Mikel, the only thing I expect out of Mikel, for real, is to show his leadership, ball handling skills, and passing skills. If he can do that, yo, we're going to win. I'm not worried about the scoring. We're going to find ways to score.
Yeah, real talk. That's
I'm done.
Well said, my brother. Real talk. Well, listen, man, we about to go get it popping anyway, man. Listen, man, let's go get this win. Congratulations to New York Knicks again. Clinched the playoff spot last night, man, with Atlanta lost 4 in the last 5 years. It's just salute to the whole organization for giving them some Knicks basketball for the last 5 years, some good basketball. Instead of down there in the doldrum basketball for the last 9 years. We had some good basketball in New York for 5 years, so we're thankful for that. That's all we just want to go a little deeper now, so let's see what they do, man. But listen, man, we'll see y'all on the recap tomorrow. Y'all enjoy. Corey D, thank you for coming in. Corey, thank you for the super chat. Bond across the NYC B-ball, thank you for the super chats. Everybody, man, we appreciate y'all. Y'all already know, man. Without y'all, Knicks Real Talk. Peace to everybody in the chat, man. Let's go get this W so we can get this thing popping, man. Thank you, Jay Choden, Shaw Powell, my brother, Corey Lee. I'll see y'all on the other side. It's the pregame.
Peace, God.
Peace, Divine, Shaw Powers, Jay, Corey Lee, 718, man. Let's get it, man. We out, man. Y'all enjoy the game. We see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.
Peace.
It's Real Talk.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. Up on the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the Gothels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is policy, Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, so here's what's on tap. But God, I'm talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch the snap back to fit the cat, so we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real Talk.